Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Let me see. Here we go.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Just so you know, you can unmute your mic. Don't leave me up here like a crazy. Hey, Miss Stacy. Hey. Welcome.
Compañera, ¿qué pasa?
Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I can hear you in my sleep, Miss Stacy.
I'm going to pretend to be flattered by that instead of scared. So, okay.
Total compliment. All right.
I like your hair.
Oh, thanks. I missed my hair appointment, but I'm trying to make it work. All right, here we go. We're here. Nate's here. Stacy, Miss Khan. Hi, Miss Khan. Oh, okay.
Hey, darling. Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl.
All right.
Y'all should have been there. Girlfriend knocked it out of the park this morning.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Us peasants had to work. I saw that. Go, Miss Khan. How
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Here we go. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes. We have somebody new in the room. Hi, who's visitor 17? Connecting to audio. I see. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So we're in February. Woo! Glad to be back. Glad we made it. Glad January is over. Jesus. Seriously, nobody got time.
I think everybody feels that way. It was like, enough already. I just need to go. It's fine.
OMG.
I just want it to be next year already. I'm not interested in futzing around with the other 11 months. I'm just really not.
Wait, first of all, oh my goodness. Shout out to Miss Stacy for turning 21.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, all of exactly 42 years ago, I turned 21.
You turned 21 always. Yes, Miss Stacy. How was your birthday?
It was quiet, which is what I needed. Seriously, I had to move into this transition place and I was trying to get it all set up and, you know, plus all the other attendant crap in my life.
Right.
And so by the time my birthday got here, it was like everything was set up and I was exhausted and it was quiet.
I love it.
I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I let the world come to me and y'all were lovely. And I got tons of, you know, phone calls and computer messages and everything. And that was all I really needed.
That's what's up, of course.
However, once I get to El Paso, the party is on. So I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm so jealous. Me and Nate might have to take a little carpool over there.
It's already being planned.
Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, we got Miss Jessica in the building.
How's everybody doing? What's up?
Hello,
Jessica.
Hey.
looking super cute. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Happy belated birthday. It sounded like you had a good time.
I had what I wanted.
Yeah, it sounded good to me.
Plus there was
How's everybody
cake, you
doing
know,
tonight?
so I got what I wanted and there was cake. Does a girl really need anything else?
A little bit of ice cream too, just a little bit.
That was the day after. Don't be trying to take credit for what happened on the actual day.
Everybody's wishing you a happy belated birthday right now, you know? It's just
Yes,
like, let's just keep this thing going.
21.
You just hush and mind your business. How's that?
Ooh, I like her.
Oh my goodness. So little business before they give me the boot from here. Okay. So welcome to Tonalli Thursdays. I am so glad to be back. We went on a tiny bit of hiatus because the government decided it was my turn to get the COVID. Yeah, CIA, I see you. And so that happened, and so we didn't have it in January, but now we're back. Woo, 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 woo.
And we back.
And you guys are amazing for joining us. It's always a good time. Hi, Brenda's in the building, woo woo. And Poet Rose Gold. Yes. Oh my God. We have an all-star team on here. Yes, I love it. Okay, so here we go. February. I can't even say it right. I am so exhausted, but I am so excited. I've noticed we have Cali is really represented on Tonali. We're gonna change that very soon, but in the meantime, we are here bringing the fire to the mic once more. Thank you for joining us. Originally started in East Los Mike. I'm from Boyle Heights, so it's just the other town across the way. But yeah, we have such a special relationship with this mic. Right now, it's still virtual. Maybe one day it'll be in person, and then y'all can get your little butts over here, and we can rock out. Yay! Okie dokies. So, hi Juan. Hi Maestro.
Hi.
Hi Jess.
Jessica.
What's up?
Jess.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey.
Good to see y'all.
Good to see you. Yeah, good being here. Glad I made it. Or we made it.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Yes. So we are starting off Tonali. I was just explaining like little tidbits of the mic. We're here with LA Poet Society. They've been doing a bunch of things everywhere. As always, follow their page. We have a maestro and our maestra working very hard.
I got you. It's okay. Oh, here. I'm sorry. Let me just sit down. It's totally cool. Or don't sit down. Oh, we're not muted. Hi. I'm sorry. I knew we're not muted. I'm sorry. Did you ask a question?
No. This is a non-silent mic, except when y'all doing your little announcement. Oh my God, Jess, you cut your hair. It looks great. I love it.
Oh, that's cute.
Ooh, yes.
You guys like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I was like,
Go, Jess.
thank you. Glad everyone's in good health, man. It was crazy times.
I know. Hi, baby.
Oh, my babies. I need to come play.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of fun today. We went outside to the store and Luna lost a balloon and flew away into space, huh, baby? It was the most dramatic thing in the world to see her balloon, fly. I had a tie like a hard balloon to her wrist, and then it got stuck somewhere, and it kind of like started flying into the sky.
Oh no, that's
It's
horrible.
a very dramatic scene. That was so
I was
funny.
like, no.
Okay. After a few.
You begged
Alright.
me, lovely. I
So-
got it for you.
We usually like to keep this very loosey goosey. I like to open the mic and just start the blessing of palabra flowing. Maybe a few poets, and then we bring in our amazing feature, which I'm so excited. So that's how it works. I just type something up in the chat. Go ahead and hit me up, and we'll get this started. Let me see here. All right. Opening all of this. And you know what? I don't know if I'm way too loud, but if I am, let me know and I'll probably stay just as loud. But we're all family here. I want you guys to read everything. You know what I mean? It's February. That doesn't mean you have to be in love or anti-love, or it's the same thing to me. Okay. So I know I have a lot of people also who are authors, because my friends are badasses. Go ahead and plug yourself when you read your pieces. For now, we're gonna do like a 5 to 7 minute window, and then have more people up after the chat. Okie dokies. Okay. And just for consideration, because our maestros and maestras are superheroes and they have babies to put to the beds, I see Mr. Juan Cardenas. Mr. Juan, do you want to open the mic tonight?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Hi, everyone, and thank you, Sandy, so much for Tonalli Thursdays. You know, I wanted to read something I just wrote last night, actually. Before going to sleep, I wrote this, and it was just like, oh, I gotta write it, you know. Anyways, so here it goes. It goes, baby, can you close the door, please? Just so, sorry, Sol is in the bathroom, so get a lot of noise. Okay, so here it is. Holy are the eyes that can read the ink. Holy are the ears that can hear the words. Holy is the tongue that speaks its soul. Holy are the hands that grasp reality. Bless the beats and the exhales, our rabid thirst for truth, our temple of the unimaginables, our denial of the animalistic ideals, our pleasure in creating and destroying. Every night under her silver veil could be the first time the light might forfeit us. And the day in its early hours of infancy, ...
Woo, 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 woo. I love that, maestro.
Thank you, thank you. I just had to write it. It just came to me. I couldn't sleep because I had wine. So things were spinning, so I was like, might as well just write something. This is another one. I wrote this one in the bus. About 2 weeks ago, I was on my way to a gig, and I was in the bus around my neighborhood, around the neighborhood I grew up, and there was this homeless gentleman, tattooed, sitting right in front of me. I think he might have been homeless for the smells of it, and he was talking to himself a lot, and he was like, oh, I got shot over there. Oh yeah, and I shot someone else over there. And he was just like pointing all this, and we were passing by the neighborhood I grew up in. I was like, oh, tell me more. So I wrote this. PTSD, hood life, recalling from a veteran. And every sentence with every pointing a finger came the word shoot as I wrote the Sepulveda bus. Had to shoot them before they shot me, quote. They might have been the same shots that made me duck at any given evening growing up. The season why we were told to stay away from windows, and the reason why the night never belonged to us. It had been claimed by the loss of identity, the longing for a family, forced to love money. That was that. And I just thought I'd write it down because well, yeah, that was kind of like an important moment for me in there. It also gave me it made me feel like I did the right thing by not being peer pressure into gangs, which I tried to push into, and so that was a good rewarding moment for me. Unfortunately for him, I don't know how rewarding it was. And here's another one. This one called Linda Chicana. Chicana, ojos negros, enamorado, suspiro tu nombre, mi alma tus besos, el calor de tus caderas, mis pensamientos. Piel canela, I get lost in the night of your eyes, me importas tú. I collapse by your touch, y tú. I shake by your breath, y solamente tú. Your kiss kills me, y nadie más que tú. Y aunque intento aguantar, estoy para siempre en tu merced. La tierra suspira tu nombre, y estoy encarcelado por tu piel morena. Y me perdono por todo lo que no soy, como la noche perdona el día.
Oh my God, so romantic.
Well,
Yes, maestro, I love
yeah, it's definitely dedicated to all the Linda Chicanas, of course,
it.
and and to my Linda Chicana, who you all know who it is. So yeah, was that enough time?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for opening for us.
Yeah, thank you for this, and I can't wait to hear the rest of y'all's, and I'm happy to be here. Say hi to Sol.
Hi, Sol. What's up, baby?
I just noticed
What's up, baby?
balloon hearts top. It must go up to outer space.
Oh, that's
Mm.
you are so cute. We'll get more balloons that won't fly away. We'll tie them down. You don't worry about
Huh? There was more people here.
Yep.
What's up, soul?
that.
Hey, look, you remember your friend over there?
Hello.
She was your friend.
No, I don't know that lady.
Okay,
I only tired her out.
let's see. Okay, so next up, thank you everyone for signing up. I ran the list now, but we're gonna add more people at the end after our amazing feature. Okay, so next up we have Miss Brenda Vaca. Miss Brenda, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey,
Woo,
everyone.
woo, 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 woo.
It's been a long time. I think I have my voice back. COVID got me down too, but I'm still here. So
Hijos de su madre, they didn't get us down, guys.
toma pinche COVID. Yeah, exactly.
Thank God, man. Thank God.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this one's because it's been a while since I've been on the mic. So this one is for poets and the love I have for y'all. This one's called You Helped Me.
I love it. Let's go.
You helped me remember poetry. You helped me gather my hatchlings, which grew cold in the elements. You helped me pull them out from under the dresser in the garage, from under the rosemary bush, tucked deep into the bird of paradise. You helped me dig them out of the earwig defended oregano, deep in the overgrown grass, alongside the callas that grow in the shade of mommy's tall red rose tree near papi's manzano. You helped me remember in the beat that was a moment, that became a walk around the block, that became a meditation, that became communion with Madre Tierra, that became my ancestors whispering in my ears, we are still here, todavía estamos aquí, in Tlili, in Tlapali. So you can find that one from my collection, Riot of Roses. I got my beat up book right here. Check it out if you don't have your copy already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna read a lovish poem, another lovish poem here. Let's see, where is it? This one is called Ears to Hear. I love you. I finally heard the words I longed for ears to hear. I love you. For each year we had been together, you finally resigned to the fact it was me you loved, me who changed your life. At least that's what you said. I love you like Peter erasing a wrong you had said once before in my bedroom in San Jose, in a tidy cottage, the one that birthed our story, and the same one that witnessed our annihilation. I love you, you said shyly, timidly, not able to hold eye contact. And as soon as I was gone, you were with her again and again, making me believe what I had always feared, the ferocious whisper, you are not enough. I remember whispering in your ear as we pressed in love against a wall near Pahoa Town on the Big Island of Hawaii, a heavily vegetated rainforest teeming with life around us. I love you, I sang with the koki frogs. Stars in the sky sparkled their magic by the millions, words I longed for ears to hear. How many times did I pray? How many years shed? How many poems written? How many circles walked? Miles driven? Ice creams eaten? How many owls hooted their warning? How many stars in the sky that night? How many glistening, so cold, so close we could touch them? There you go, there you go.
Miss Brenda, always your visuals are
Yeah,
so amazing.
thank you. I'm not sure how I am with time either, but thank you for sharing the opening the mic, and thank you, Juan. Congratulations, by the way. You've been doing beautiful things on the music scene, and your poetry is getting taught in schools now. That's amazing.
Oh,
I wanted to say congrats. Yeah, love and shout out.
Oh yeah.
Maestro for sure. Yeah.
And you
It
missed Brenda.
does.
Go ahead and prop your book up a little bit.
Oh,
one
yep,
more
yep.
time.
Here we
I love
go.
that
I'm like,
cover.
where did I put it? Riot of Roses.
I love it.
Check it out. I love the art done by a father-daughter duo and some heartfelt poetry inside. So you can find me on IG. I am Brenda Vaca. I'll pop it in the chat. And yeah, good to see everybody's beautiful faces. Can't wait to hear all the great poetry.
Thank you so much for joining, Miss Brenda. See you very soon. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I almost muted myself because I'm so excited. Okay, up next on deck, a very special poet and poet's poet. I love this lady to death. Miss Poet Rose Gold, are you in the house?
I'm in the building.
Yay! What's up, Mujer? How you doing?
I'm great. I missed your face. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh, I missed all of you, and we made it, chingado. Yes, we did. Here we are again.
All right. Lovelies and gentle humans, if you would indulge me for a moment, there is a message I need to share with you. Can I speak to your soul? Come closer. Let my words punch through your purple haze, the fog that's kept you wandering the desert of hopelessness for the last 7 years. Where you couldn't stop the voices that told you won't, when not only you can, but you will. You're on assignment, oh peculiar ones, and this kind of job you can't call in sick. You stand out because darkness cannot contain your luminosity. There are too many to count in the land of the lost, so may your words be a lamp unto their feet. Do not look behind you, not even for a second, lest you be rendered impotent as the enemy's pillar of salt. Your baptism will be by fire, surrounding you in the furnace for your crime of refusing to bow to the golden idols that tried to force feed you the big lie. Don't be afraid. The combustion will not harm you. Someone is standing with you in the flames. Those alien to this art must be christened gingerly. Be sweet-tempered in moderating their progression. The ink will sting at first, but I promise in due time they'll find themselves fully immersed in infinitives, hands cramped in gratification from hours, days, years of crafting provisions in manna, milk, and honey-tongued on the surface, but stand ever ready to launch verbal projectiles that break jaws upon egress. Do this in remembrance of thee, and he'll see to it that your pen will never run empty. I'll not let you go until you bless me. I know my name and will not answer to what you didn't call me, nor what we weren't called to do. Let the fallen angels fumble, bristling, skin blistering from this heat wave. History recorded, legacy made. What you called we to capture, let no slanderer cast in shade. You do not have to scramble, finding the words when it is they who don't understand the language. As for the faithful, no need to lend us their ears. Their hearts will interpret the message and transport it back to their souls, for it is there where your book of life is written. Thank you.
Woo! You see, and my mom keeps bugging me that I don't go to church. I do go to church. I'm at church right now. Thank you, Miss Poet.
Damn it.
So beautiful. So beautiful. That's all what you got for us tonight, or you want to read another one?
Am I good on time? I don't want to step on nobody's time.
You're good at that.
Okay. How to be reminded you're a woman in 30 lines or less. Number 1, smile. It can't be that bad. 2, how come you're not married? What's wrong with you? Number 3, he likes you, therefore believes you're obligated to like him back. Number 4, well, you don't, so suddenly you got an attitude. Number 5, your confidence and assertiveness are mislabeled as aggressive or rude, whereas if you had a dangling participle, you'd be regarded as, wait, what's this? Confident and assertive. Number 6, you arrive at your new duty station and immediately feel like someone has sounded the fresh meat new booty alarm. Number 7, you ain't got no man or you must be gay. Number 8, your name is, sorry, I don't know if your child is still around. I didn't want to say it. Number 9, calm down. Number 10, males can make songs all day about bees and hoes and videos featuring scantily clad females around them while sliding credit cards around a woman's crack. But someone does a song about their own bodily autonomy and praise of the power of their own pee. They're the devil incarnate. Number 11, a Starbucks barista sees your blue ID card and assumes your husband is the service member, not you. Number 12, when 2 old white men for some reason are irrationally impressed that you can combat park, i.e. back into your parking space. Number 13, you can possibly be a veteran. Number 14, you're too pretty to be in the Army. Number 15, you shouldn't dress like that, it will distract the men. Number 16, well, what was she wearing? And 17, how much did she have to drink? Number 18, society measures your value based on whose arm you're hanging off of and how many children you bore him or not. Number 19, you shouldn't walk like that, you'll entice the men. Number 20, you're told in not so many words that you're better seen and not heard. 21, so whoops, come back here. 21, someone said respectability equals silence. Grabs microphone. 22, women shouldn't be pastors. 23, why, he couldn't have done that to you. He's a model citizen. Number 24, laws are made to destroy any and all control you have over your own body. Number 25, your intelligence is viewed as being uppity. 26, your abilities, skill sets, and aforementioned intelligence are constantly called into question. 27, you were told by a peer in another unit that they would not take orders from a woman should one be put in charge of him. 28, objectification, catcalling, harassment, assault are the order of the day and should be accepted as a rite of passage / way of life. Number 29, another moron slides into your DMs, block. Number 30, you can't fill in the blank. You're a woman. Thank you.
Yes. Block it,
Oh,
block,
babe.
block, that's for sure.
What number was that? What number was that? Because I just put it in the chat about the girl Lauren, who they didn't even question. What number was that? It was correlated to something that you said, like, oh, he's too nice, he can't be like that. It reminds me of what's happening right now.
Number 23, why he couldn't have done that to you. He's a model citizen. That was 23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just, it really resonated with me because the guy's name is Michael LaFountain, and it's like, oh, he's a good guy. And then it's this girl right here, you know, she went on a date, she never came back. So that just,
And the police ignored all the evidence. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Powerful. I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Poet Rose Gold, as always, bringing the truth, the wokeness, and my church. Gracias. Okay, here we go. Up next. Oh my God. It's like the Super Bowl, but better. Okay, here we go. We have Mr. Nate all the way from San Diego. Make some noise. Woo, woo, woo.
What up? Good to be back with y'all. Back roads and borderlines very much nearing completion and independent publishing with that beautiful blurb from Miss Stacy Dyson featured on the book cover right there. That coming up before the spring equinox, but in the meantime, in between time, If that's the Rare Press LP, we got the 45s for you right here.
Oh,
We got Frida driving the car. We got Jimmy Baldwin with the poem on the back with Jimmy Y. We got Radio Transfronterizo. We got the old Eureka Siegel right there. Just a few of the beautiful collaborations with Josue Baltazar, a wonderful young Chicano artist out of Chula Vista, California. Check out his work and check out my work here in the near future. Appreciate the opportunity to be back with y'all. Sandy, it's always a pleasure to be here with Tonalli Thursday. And I was actually hoping Diosa would be here because a couple of our conversations last time we were on this microphone, they were all about really finding deep pride in where we come from and our specific neighborhoods that we come from. And the opening of this mic tonight, you know, very much spoke to that and really getting into the nitty gritty of why we're proud of where we're from, flaws and all. So on that note, I wanted to read a little piece about where I'm from. And this one's called Meet Me at the Vanishing Point. I remember when I held her. First kiss at a punk show, 15 years old, and I can still hear La Plebe de San Pancho loud as I watch this big old blunt go. Round and round, but I'm all by myself. So let me put this little memory back on the shelf with the porcelain dolls and rosary crosses looking out over Watsonville wins and losses. There's no tie games in Salas. You end up under mosses. Generations of exploited workers, but ain't no one met the bosses. And all they get is a thought and a half-empty dream, hate-beaten love's ass with no sight of Radio Raheem. And survival in the field is survival in the alley. Pesticides and bullet flies, boom, to the valley. And Steinbeck tried to tell y'all what a white ally sounds like. But those camps still concentrate and the noise of evil pounds like 6 more shots across me, Alma, my peaceful street that don't tell. No punk-ass devil with lips as loose as Lucifer's love of cheap motels. And I'll meet you all at number 6 or maybe up at that super 7. Because when the angels ate a loaded 9, 10 tables opened up in heaven. So bring an instrument. We can function. Just don't act like it's some fancy luncheon, because the food's better here and we're all better for it. The working class struggle is reality's tears, but the spice of the chile is metaphoric. It packs a punch like a mean old right and a 32 blindside to end your night, but wake up and find that what's left behind is bits of your soul and that broken glass shine and the windows intact till a story of facts blurred by reflections of heinous attacks. At peace with that, we must find a way to be so it's nothing but smirking blue skies. Do I see? And cops were always the enemy and dearest friends of evil lurking. And their scent'll be the death of me if my pen don't get to working. For all those in the pen and all those without a name, as those hypocritical saints jump to sin, but we'll get down just the same till the match is done, till the bick is flipped, till the last ass shakes, for the game is thick. I said material dreams? What kind of shit is this? Let's give me a twomp sack and a gnat's hat, and I'll give that memory a kiss. And then I'll put it back on the shelf with those dusty old Norteña records, and those garage punk bands and dirty hands and those slip-on vans with checkers. And when I think about my home, I thank that lady Lord for my nest. She said, recuerda tu nido. It ain't just like the rest. And I damn sure don't want it to be. I'm grateful as life for what's given to me, bestowed upon this little güerito's corazón. And the beat goes on and on and on, just like the fields of Watson. and I'll meet you at the vanishing point. Yeah, I'll meet you at the vanishing point. I said, baby, I'll meet you at the vanishing point. The first round's on God, no vanity joints. Just pure, unadulterated funk, bumping out the trunk of a previously owned Altima. And in the words of the lady in the wind, cuídate, compa, conduzca despacio, y hasta la próxima. Meet me at the vanishing point.
Woo, 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 woo. Damn.
Hey.
Oh my God, that took me way, way back.
Thank y'all.
That was amazing.
Nice.
That was
Thank y'all. Shouts out La Ville de Watson. You know what's up. Thank you.
Recuerda tu nido. I might have that tattooed somewhere on my body because I'm running out of ideas. I love it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, very much. That's a Backroads and Borderlines hidden track right there.
Love that. Yeah, go ahead and put any information or things you're doing. I know you recently did a San Diego gig. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, shouts out. Hey, Sandy, before I get my way out of here and make way for all the beautiful poets to come, shout out to you, the man himself, Ted Washington. As soon as he heard that I was merely associated with Sandy Shakes the Mic, suddenly my headliner gig happened in like 2 weeks. I mean, just saying, just throwing that out there. So thank you for being you. Shout out to Sandy Shakes.
I'm secretly in love with Ted Washington, but
Not so secretly anymore. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now, and I'm gonna pass the mic to the rest of this wonderful, wonderful room. Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
so much, Nate. That was amazing, brother. I can't wait for your book. I can't wait. All righty. I am gonna sneak in a tiny, tiny little one before I bring on the awesome Jess. Get her a little moment to stretch and whatnot. Okay. Oh, you are all so inspiring, and I've been avoiding the mic like the plague. So here we go. Just a thought that happens when you have to work for a living and not be a poet. Here we go. I can't believe you're a poet. No eres doctora, no eres abogada, no eres. You are not. In my culture, no one respects the box I check when they ask, what are you? ¿Quién eres? They cannot accept that I survived and I told the outsiders about the lies in the sparkling concrete. They do not remember that I will never forget. The blood from the 90s, the drive-bys on my little friend's corner house, how she used to sleep on the floor, the farthest from the windows. Because hood summers sometimes spray bullet-filled clouds when all you pray for is clean water. I can't believe you're a poet, they said. Didn't you outline your lips in the 6th grade with a chola nutmeg? Girls like you with lips like those could never be a poet. Your skin is brown. Your scars are too real. You scare the movie people and they just wanted to film some make-believe. Why did you show them the names on the tombs they wanted to ignore? Can you call this east of Beverly Hills while they are here? East Low sounds not poetic. Thank you. All right.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
that fire we need.
Don't be telling stories about being rusty on the mic, girl. Come on.
Tell it.
Sometimes when the anger comes up, the words start coming back a little bit. So yes, okay. On top of that, okay, just a little background on Miss Millennial Moore. I'm gonna make her blush just a little bit more. Thank you, everybody. So this beautiful soul I met online, okay, and we did a lot of work together, creative work, which felt like a dream to somebody that wasn't trapped in this quarantine, right? And, you know, we pushed out product and we pushed out images and we pushed out energy. And she was one of my saving graces. Her, LA Poet Society, they kept my head on straight. They kept me, you know, on my game. And it's such a pleasure to see her push such an amazing book, to keep pushing so much hilarious Instagram gems that I love very much. So without further ado, my very good friend, my poet, Miss Jessica Villegas. Woo, woo, woo!
Hey y'all, Sandy, you're too freaking sweet. You're too freaking sweet. You're one of the best people that I know. God, I got teary-eyed because we were hustling. Like we were hustling, doing some great work. And what's great is Los Angeles Poet Society was actually one of the first places that I actually started to do my voice. It was one of my goals to do open mic nights. And then, you know, shit happened and then like virtual. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me get, oh, excuse me. Stuff happened. And then I was like, you know, let's do this. And it gave me the opportunity with Jess, with Juan, with Sandy, with Brenda, you know, a lot of the old heads, you know, Grown Man Speed, Poet Khan, you know, a lot of people are here tonight, and then a lot of people I haven't met yet. So thank you for having me. Thank you for being who you are, Sandy. It's always great to hear you spit. It is. It's always amazing to hear you spit, because you tell it with such passion, and you paint this picture, and you can smell the street, you can see the color of the shirt, it's cotton, you paint a picture. So I always enjoy the poetry like that. I enjoy it. So, you know, good to see everybody.
For us tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start off a little bit. I'm gonna do a straight read through. So, you know, I'm just gonna pull some of my pieces from Letters to My Exes, which was my first book. You can, you know, you can buy it on millennialamor.com, where I do social media services and I sell some products. You can also buy it on Amazon. I mean, it's kind of, if you you can purchase it however you want to, free for Kindle Unlimited users. Yeah, so I'm going to read a little bit from there straight through, and then I'm working on a few pieces. I have my second book coming out, and then we'll go from there. But first and foremost, I wanted to shout out some people, just some great poets that I've come across that have really been a part of my life in a positive way, because, you know, everybody goes through something. Everybody's dealing with something, and they still take the time to check on me to see how I'm doing. So they're all in the audience. I just want to say a big thank you. First, I want to shout out Riot of Roses, Brenda Vodka. She just released it. Yep. She just released. Check it out. So I'm gonna do a quick reading for her. Just a small snippet. Check it out. This is what it looks like. You get your money's worth. There's healing. There's pain. There's relatable things. There's stories of like your ancestors and about previous generations. So it's just really dope. Gorgeous cover. Yeah, it is a gorgeous cover. So, Wayward Hands. I'm the one you fucked, not the one you took out. Showing on your arm was another woman's business. Strangely enough, you could. Take me home to mama. The elders love me. They squeezed me. They touched me. Your touch, electric shocks. Waves rippled my skin inside and out, ridges, valleys, ravines, and moats. But then arrived the time to finally let you go. La última despedida. So check it out. She does some really dope stuff.
That's the one I never share out loud, girl. Dang. Way to put it on Front Street. Thank you. Much love, Jess. Love you, girl.
Hey, you know what? I'm good at putting people not on blast, but you know, picking out ones that, you know, kind of, I think are just relatable, you know, and you were spitting some real stuff in there, so I'm glad I called you that. You know, Sandy did to me one time. But okay, and then I'll try to be quick. How much time do I have?
You go.
So I'm not over here talking.
Go ahead. I'll turn your mic off when I have to. No,
Okay. So I'm like, I don't want to go too over. But then a church of my own, Diosa, another run of my girls. I don't know if she's here, but definitely check this out. I mean, this, you read it and you feel connected. You start to think about stuff that you never thought about, you know, especially for me. I'm speaking from my experience, but I'm hoping you get the same experience. So the one I'm going to be reading is two strands of smoke, side by side, dark and light, up and down, dance and fight, fork and row, swish and sway, back and fro, strands go stray, twirls and swirls, what a sight, become one, feel the might, feel the love, make it say, we as one, let us pray. It's pretty dope. I like, look at this, like, I like, it's a good one. So check her out, check her Instagram. And then I have some Zines from Flores. I'm keeping her in my prayers. She's been, you know, in and out. So thinking about her. And yeah, thank you everybody for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into my stories, letters to my exes, written in a time when I was journaling. Journaling became poetry. It was a way of expressing myself because I'm a very private person. So that's how I was able to deal with things by poetry. Some of it's angry, some of it's grieving, some of it's, you know, how one woman can feel and go absolutely crazy. So yeah, I wrote this with the sense of giving the voice to women who feel like they have to be muted when they're going through something. It was written with women in mind, but the feedback I've gotten from it, men have experienced this too. You know, everyone can relate to something in this book. I think in a generation where they try to make love feel like it's not important. So I want to say it is important expression. Feelings are real, you know, you should express yourself. I wanted to read something from, just remembered, Audre Lorde, and it's from, of course, her book, famous book. It's from chapter 1, and it's Clarity, Give Love Words. It's a quote from Diane Ackerman, but I think it's important for the time we are in right now. So it's clarity, give love words. As a society, we are embarrassed by love. We treat it as if it were an obscenity. We reluctantly admit to it. Even saying the word makes us stumble and blush. Love is the most important thing in our lives, a passion for which we could fight or die, and yet we're reluctant to linger over its name. With a supple vocabulary, we can't even talk or think about it directly. So that resonated with me. And then here we go. I'm gonna start off with a favorite of mine. I like picking really dope titles and crazy titles that make people think, laugh, or really feel something in a punch. This one's called AMF, Adios Mother, shut your mouth. It's also a drink, so if you order it at a bar, you can, you know, just don't get it too crazy. Don't get too crazy. Here it is. You are a fool to think I don't know what you do. Drenching me with kisses like I don't know where your lips have been. Trying to cover up a body of lies of where you spend your time. That you were with her, she wins again. Another contest for your love. Is this what you wanted? Two bitches fighting for you? Fighting for your love? I'm not amused, nor I will compete. Your love is for bitches and I am a queen.
Boom, yes.
Sometimes they mess with you, you know? Let's go. Starter wife. This comes from a feeling of, and we've all heard it before. If you haven't, the starter wife, the person, the man chooses to better his life and then he dumps her. And then he goes and marries somebody else. Happens all the time. And so this is for that starter wife. I mourn a man that is alive, who killed my dreams of being a bride, who used my good parts, abused my pride, used up my love, wasted my time. Joker way. I'm tired of your man-bred lies, tell tales of dreams of lying skies. You paint Monets in the cloud and tell me they're mine, that you created them for me out of my moonlit eyes, that the clouds were inspired by my lips, the valleys inspired by my hips. The river reminds you of my taste and stars remind you of my face. You make me dream my reality. You make me think about forever. By taking my hands and promising life, I grab it, no, we ain't gonna survive, baby. Everything endured would be worth the taste. For your love, my dear, a risk I would take. So sometimes you know that the person is not good for you. They're not good for you. But damn, they feel good in the moment. You know, they feel good in the moment. So shout out to them. This one's called Dime Amor. When your love language is communication and words of affirmation. Tell me I'm what you need, that my smile is enough, my curves adorned, my mind exquisite. Tell me I satisfy your cravings, that you cannot live without me. My smile electric, my love needed. Tell me it hurts to smile when I'm not around, that your heart has no vacancy, my touch healing, my words powerful. Tell me we will be forever, that I am enough. My kiss is medicine, my heart yours. Tell me I am all you need, that our love is true and we're meant to be. Tell me all these things for my comfort, for my dreams. Tell me I am what you need. Tell me. That was during a time that I wasn't really a good communication with my lover. We kind of did that sometimes. Let's see. The bitch is wicked. Wicked bitch. This one, well, I'm just gonna read it.
I want to hear snaps and hollers and comments. You guys unmute yourself. Stop acting brand new.
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. The bitch is wicked, wicked bitch. I'll dance to her song at the wedding, and he wouldn't even know it. The cake, vanilla cream, your favorite. The dress will be for you, my fragrance, only you to prove. The vows I'll speak, not meant for him, but you. I'll take him to our places, and he'll think that they're our places. When I'm making love to him, I'll close my eyes and think of you. He's a pawn in my game until you lose. That's when you're with somebody and it's, you know, you're still thinking about the other one.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay.
Wow.
You're still waiting on the other one. You know, it happens. People are still waiting for the other one, you know, to get back right.
Just be left. I'm so sorry.
So that was from Letters to My Exes. That was one of my first things that I published by myself, self-published. Shout out to the self-publishers and publishers. Shout out to everybody working hard, trying to get that money, trying to share their words with the world, trying to get people to download and illegally pass their books around. That's what it was, you know, a goal. I was the one kind of, you know, not fortunate enough to be able to spend a lot of money. So I was downloading those free PDFs, but you know, now you got to break bread. Now that you're an author, you get it like, hey, you know, spend the money, but it's always cool when somebody's illegally downloading your book.
That's right.
So this is from some stuff that I've been working on. It's still a little pain, a little grieving, but it's heading into a better me, realizing, doing the work. So it's broken up into a couple of different chapters. So what I'll do is I'll try to just read a few of them. Let's see. This one's called Morning Love, and morning as in, you know, feeling something, not in the morning. Something I've been working on. I see the visualization, so I'm just gonna read it, see how it sounds out loud. I've lost the taste for living, left it in the ocean's salty teeth. When we went out for a swim, you left me drifting while you walked ashore, leaving your dream behind. The last time I saw you, the last time we kissed, we walked ashore together when we went out for a swim. When I dove into the sea thinking you were floating with me, but it was just me, my love, my pain. The last time I saw you, the last time we kissed, we walked ashore together when we went out for a swim. My love, yours, our time expired, blended with the sea drifting in the dark, left my love out in the sea. The last time I saw you, the last time we kissed. Sometimes you can feel like you're drifting apart from your partner.
Amen.
You know, let's see. I still care. I hope you're not going through this world alone. I know how you can get. I found you in a puddle, swimming in your sadness. I don't want you to drown. You stay down too long sometimes. The bubbles fade at the surface. I'm afraid they won't know the way you need to be loved. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. This one's kind of a little spicy, you know? It's kind of like you have the audacity. The audacity to bring something into my home, my bed. So, you know, giving you that vibe. The audacity. You should have lied to me again. Now you want to speak in truth, flick your tongue and make words move. After all the time you spent lying, denying, calling me crazy. Tonight of all nights, when I'm not crying myself to sleep thinking, why not me? You want to crawl in my bed to talk about your bitches. When I haven't thought about them in months? Good night, talk to me in the morning when you can look me in the eyes and you can come up with more lies.
Stop that shit. Stop lying, please.
Stop lying.
Shit.
Stop lying. And don't try to get me when I'm sleepy. Try to get me when I'm sleepy. Hey, Gregory, what's up? Let me see. What's up? How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing good. I'm gonna read a few more. How much time I got? Like 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes?
Yeah, you got it like 6-7 minutes.
Okay, cool. So let me speed up. Okay, so I wanted to touch up on this one. This one really spoke to me. And I'm hoping that, you know, we could make somebody think or help others know that they're not alone. Especially stuff's been crazy. So this one's called Depression Bay. And then I have my days when putting on clothes isn't a task. And I feel like putting on lip gloss and combing my hair. But they creep up on you, the bad days, the sad days, the depressing days. They disguise like sleep, stay longer each time. Then it's no longer a good day and I'm counting the bad days one day at a time. Sometimes they can stack up like that. So just make sure, you know, take your time, you know, and really lay out things and just know, you know, it gets better. Let's see. And this is another one. This is for my people that have been working hard. You know, just working hard, and people have this expectation of you to go just above and beyond right now, and you're not getting compensated. And you need time off, but you're not getting time off because you have to work. And you got to go to the hospital and you got to go to the doctors, but you don't have any time. You don't have a car to get there. You can't get your smog done. Your plates are out. You're getting off. It's not close till 10. You got to go get the kids. Life gets hard. It gets hard. So just know, take your time and it'll get better. This one's called clinically depressed. And I also want to touch up on that you go to work and they expect more from you, but without really checking in on you. I've noticed a lot of people go back to work and a lot of stuff is implemented for mental health. You know, now that COVID's back, you don't get the 14 days. You know, you get the 5 and then you got to use your sick days on something that you can't control. So there have been days you prefer the bed. Those days turn into weeks. Your skin touching the cool fitted sheet, laying lifeless, eyes open, still as a silhouette. As if you had the choice to move. No sound, tears collecting on your sheets next to your pride. So you lose your job, your lights, your car. You snap out of it, but it's too late. Your mental health break is costly. Who would hire you if they told the truth? Even if you sleep in brilliant ideas, nobody pays for glimpses. People want all of you all the time, and it's exhausting. People need to be compensated. People need to be compensated for their time. So let me see. Oh, okay. This one's a good memory one, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to give you a good memory. Let's see. Late night drives with you. You remember those nights we would drive for hours? Those nights when we couldn't fall asleep? How we would pull over on the open road, lay our head back and mute our phones. You would open the sunroof so I could see the stars and hold my hand and point to ours. And I would lay my head on your chest. You'd tell me stories while stroking my breast. And I would laugh and pound your thigh and you would smile and I would die. Happy to be yours, happy to be mine, happy fools in love, happy on borrowed time. Thank you guys. That's what I have.
You guys should have been unmuted, but go ahead and unmute again.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody. I can't wait to hear everybody else.
Oh, I love it. Let the baby scream. I want to hear it. Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you guys.
Jessica.
Thank you guys. Can't wait to hear everybody else. Can't wait to hear everybody else.
Yeah, they will. Don't jump on the mic right now. Don't jump on the mic. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, Jessica, it's been so long. I love, love, love. And I performed with her on stage before, so she's badass. Yes.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get up on here and speak some words, man.
All right, I'm just writing down some people. Let me see. All right. So all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I usually stay really quiet during mics, but it is February and we're celebrating that we are still here. Whatever you love, whatever you don't love, I have a piece for the dudes. You know what I mean? That's a very personal story. I see you out there, the papas, you know, hustling, doing your thing. I was personally raised by my stepdad, you know, and this piece is for him. And it's a little piece, so here we go. I don't read it much, but I want to give him a little shout out. He's never going to see me on the mic, but all we know is he's a good fucking man. So here we go. Para todos los padres, for the ones that didn't physically give part of their beings, however, managed to donate all of their emotional DNA. Estos hombres who buckle in the lineage of strangers and cradle these children's dreams and aspirations. Let's salute the power of men who come and pick up a village after it's been looted. You heal the broken. You all are my favorite Neosporin. You love the pieces left, finding expired adhesive and making it glue again. Without you, generations would be lost. Let's give it up to the stepdads who propped us all up. A special ode to my stepdads who would cuss my little boyfriends out if they honked while outside. His entire sublime listening, sock and chancla wearing, old forerunner driving, warm laugh giving. Jose, she didn't appreciate your rough edges, but you will always live in the Boyle Heights block in my heart. I miss you, dude. Thanks for the celebration dinner after I failed my driving test 1, 2, and 3 times. I'll never forget your, fuck that, mija. Who needs a license anyway? Thank you.
Woo! Awesome. Passion, Sandy.
Gracias, gracias.
I like that.
The
Oh,
Boyle
man.
Heights of my heart. That was awesome. So good.
Shout out to the men. We see you. We love you. Gracias, gracias. Okay, here we go. Warming up the mic. And I want to bring up Mrs. Stella. I don't know if you're driving or I can see you in the camera. Are you ready? Do you want to come up and say a few words?
I'm actually good right now because my daughter's karate class is not over. So I'm here. I'm in the parking lot waiting for her. But anyway, hola, everybody. I love you guys all. We're all fellow poets, all have a big heart, and we're here to share with each other. So it's always a blessing to see you all. And some of you guys are really close to me. Others I'm going to get to know, and I'll make you close to me. But anyway, I have a poem. It's a little long. I don't know. It's a little long, but I'm going to get going now so that I won't take up the whole show. All right. This is from a book I'm writing, and it's a personal experience. Here we go. All right. It's called Flashpoint. I've been here 2 months now, March through April 1992. Portland House on Portland Street. After my 3-day visit to the ward on 13th, in the monolith that is the LA County General. The riots in my life are nesting inside something bigger, mind twisting quietly through my own cracking shell, while this city in a shell waits for upcoming pandemonium. I went out for a walk, number 56, logged out 5:05 p.m., expected log return is 6:05 p.m. Rodney King's attackers had been acquitted that day. Something told me on my stroll that something was barreling in this direction. Screams down the street weren't the regular ones. Honking cars were louder, the smell of burning tires and sirens wailing louder. City air smelling of murderous frenzy. The unfettered, understandable volcanic rage of injustice would soon rear its ugly head. Later that day, LA's volcanic caldera erupted. This location being the epicenter, unfamiliar to me, South Central. Vendor-filled stores stocked with daily knickknacks, stacked sponges, plastic spoons, virgins praying from glass candles, bullhorns blaring, screaming the next specials to buy, homies and brothers parading back and forth, each in their movement of stances, waiting for the bus, stacking a leg against an old phone pole, pimping brothers, mamas with 3 kids in a $20 stroller with 3 plastic bags full of pan blanco, frutas, and choco abuelita. Streets with mini malls, laundromats, furniture stores filled with cheap goods, refilled mattresses, breakable sofas, disposable chairs, CDs sold out of an old box next to a boom box, and a brother spitting out beats and heart. It was what those days were. As Latasha Harlins walked into Empire Liquor, 91st and Figueroa. That on Royal Haunt, a place that was half filled with an orgy of booze, lining the walls, lining the freezers, $3 fire water, the other half lined with stuff that makes your blood turn to sugar, chips of all kinds, Wonder Bread, stuff you're murdered for like a bottle of OJ. As I raced back to take cover, these thoughts raced through my brain. There was a reason I was there. We were told to stay in our rooms here on Portland and Adams. We would be safe unless told to run. Fires on Normandy, flashpoints of this birth. The Rose Garden on Exposition slept through the hate-filled nights with the museum as its sentry. Meanwhile, cowering in my room, my roommate sitting on her edge of her bed, staring into space and smiling. I wanted to go home with a smiling papa and a happy boyfriend, yet this was not possible. Neither would the riots end soon. We, the riots, and I stood parallel, my wounded soul of mine in this wound up, wounded city. 6 days would pass, the smell of burnt buildings, burnt grass, burnt plastic toys would wade through my second floor window, reminding me that I was alive, that not being home was taking me through this route of salvation, that living at Portland House was somehow connected to a tunnel, the tunnel that would take me to the next place I was to be. My life and those around me in that beat up neighborhood, this flashpoint would find a new chapter. It was certain, no doubt, I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Fire.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you for your time.
energy.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. You know, a lot of people just see what they see on the news. And I like this piece that is especially that Estela spits on the topic, because it really does paint that picture, you know, and those people that didn't live through the riots and depended on the news stories to tell them what was going on. We just all kind of were portrayed as these crazy brown and black people. You know what I mean? Just fucking running amok for no reason. And it was so much deeper than that. And it wasn't true that the people in LA didn't give a shit. Every glass that was broken took a little piece of our heart. You know, these bodegas that never started again. It was definitely an uprising. And there was so much more pain and truth behind it. So thank you for that, Estela.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
Here we go. All right. Up next to the mic is somebody who partied so hard. I can't believe she's here because her birthday just passed. Miss Stacy Tyson. Woo, woo, woo.
I don't know what you heard. That is not what went on.
I saw it all over Twitter. Don't tell me what I heard. Happy belated, my love. Happy belated.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
Okie dokie. What you got?
So I've got some of the older pieces for you all tonight. And as I have been known to say in other readings, I am too lazy to do anything but love poems right now.
That's right.
Brenda understands. Brenda's testifying. See, I was grooving on simplicity. Rap and tap and finger pop. Nothing complex, nothing too heavy, but then you came along and you taught my soul how to sing the blues. Took my mind, took my ways, took my heart, and made a sigh, weary, sad, mellow call that would echo from the top to bottom of my life. And I think of days when I wanted to happily cry or testify, but I open my mouth and nothing comes. But an oh Lord, and song about the trouble nobody seen but me. I was cool till you taught my soul how to sing the blues. I used to be a voice higher than the call of a flute. I used to be someone to step to. And now I sit in the dark velvet haunts of a saxophone, wailing its pain. My friends, they come to me, they say, "What's the matter, girl? You got the blues?" And I have to say, no, I don't have the blues. I am the blues. But I will not name them the musician that took me from a lighter sound to something that breaks down or just breaks. See, I was grooving on simplicity. I was digging on rap and tap and finger pop. But then, baby, you came along and you taught my soul how to sing the blues. And then the second piece.
Wait, oh my goodness.
Hey.
Wait a minute, get your flowers first.
Okay.
That was lovely.
Wait.
We're just catching our breath. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, let me say something.
They are dying. All of them. Our daughters, our sisters, our friends. This is a generation dying of no kisses. And I have to wonder, why have we not told them that it is acceptable, it is necessary, it is dangerous not to know? Because when you are young and beautiful, when you are young and beautiful, when you are young and beautiful as our daughters, our friends, our little sisters, you can get confused. And that is dangerous. Dangerous in that heartache kills, desire kills, expectations based on confusion will kill you. And that is not acceptable. Is it because it is much too painful to know the truth? Much too painful to know and tell the truth when we had to learn the hard way, the way the wrong man decided to tell us was unacceptable. They should not suffer because we suffered. We suffered empty sex, empty hopes, confused expectations. This is unacceptable because they are dying of no real knowledge, dying of no trust, dying of no kisses to hold their bodies softly, still, in grace, in light, in a desire that understands them. How do they not know? Our daughters, our little sisters, how do they not know that love is to be trusted? Love is to be savored. Love is to be open to the kisses they are dying from lack of. How do they not know? How do they not know? How do they survive without the certainty of that slide across your wrist, that flow gracing the hollow of your throat, the gentle, sweetest assurance across the curve of your breast is their due, is their right, is their future to demand. They are dying of no kisses, dying because when you are young and beautiful, young and vulnerable, young and unsure, sex and love are one thing. Sex and passion are one thing. And this is not the case, little sister. Love is not sex. Love is not passion. Love is not satisfied when only he is satisfied and you are left alone in your heart, in your thoughts, in your bed. Love is not satisfied when you are not satisfied, when you are confused, when you are alone, dying of no connection, dying of no future, dying for not knowing what is necessary, what is basic, what is needed to let you breathe, keep your body softly still. Because when you are young and beautiful, when you are young and beautiful, when you are young and beautiful, you should not be faltering. You should not be thirsty. You should not be in pain, dying of no knowledge, of no hope of what is yours by right. You should not be dying of no kisses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I want
that's
to now.
power. I
Beautiful.
love that. I love that, Stacey. That's
Thank
powerful
you.
and so like slowly delivered with a lot of power. I loved it.
Thank you, Stella.
That's how she does it. That's Miss Dyson.
Every young girl and young woman in this country needs to hear that.
Yes.
Everybody needs to hear that.
I'm working on it, babe.
I know.
Yeah. What I hear is Stacey's gonna take us traveling with her. Okay, I'm there totally.
Mhm. Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so I usually never do this again, but I feel like, you know, a lot of you guys are just, you know, here, and I feel so special because I miss you all so much, and I have performed with some of you in person, and it gives me little butterflies. So I want to make sure I hit a lot of sections of love. Let me spit one, and then I want somebody else to go after. This one, I'm only spitting it because it's my son's birthday tomorrow. And as a mommy, that means I have to do a lot of work. But in the meantime, let me spit a little piece for him. Here we go. The beat, every beat, the right beat at the wrong time. Can you remix it? Can I ask for a different melody? Because half of your production team made me feel bootleg. It was never your fault, baby. I was a hook on a track that your father still owes me royalties on. You were the only song I wanted to play loud as fuck. Let the subwoofers blow out because your love would be the ultimate release party for me. The small note, escaping sounds of bullets, war, ghetto battle cries, and international political righteousness of a veteran and a girl from an East Side hood. This beat was formed in a broken womb, gathered enough hormones flown over chromosome by butterfly wings. They call it a butterfly effect. Nothing has ever been the same again. Layers of wings so that my seed could one day breathe and then hold his breath while his mama is on the mic somewhere, anywhere. The beat, every beat, the right beat at the wrong time. Can you remix it? Can I ask for a different melody? Because half of your production team made me feel bootleg. It was never your fault, baby. I promise it was never your fault. I was a hook on a track that your father still owes me royalties on. I made a puzzle piece. I didn't even have the letters to spell autism. A unique brain, they said. So unique it will never let him feel complete. His quirks and sensitivities leave me guessing what is next. But his smile, oh, that smile. It lights up a city left in the loud bass of a pandemic silence. Shh. He likes deeper melodies. So keep the notes on a trombone kind of scale. Ask the violins if they can take 5 for this kid. Cause anything that screeches, he can hear before the notes ever leave the womb someone dreamt them in. Thank you. For my baby, shout out to Abby.
Hey,
Stop it.
Yo.
Stop
my
that.
man.
That is so dandy.
Damn, girl.
I love
Gorgeous
your
piece.
poems.
When I finally do meet you, I'm gonna throw one of my high heel shoes at you.
I'm gonna catch it and throw it back at you, Sandy.
Oh,
Damn it.
babe.
It was so good to hear you, man.
That was
so
all anybody needs to know.
I saved little secret words for my Tonalli Thursday that I don't
Hey.
they're very personal to me.
Damn.
Thank you for listening. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm seeing all of you wonderful people on this grid of mine. Who wants to go next? Who wants to bless us? It doesn't have to be something long, something you want to get off your chest. You can recite one of your favorites from another poet if you want. That's cool. All right, here we go. Leave your mics. You can go again if you went already, since I'm over here talking on my ass. Okay.
I'll go.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is a poet that I have seen on Instagram. Her name is the poet Rose, Lady
Lady
Rose.
Rose.
Okay, welcome to Tonali. How did you hear about the mic? I'm just a little curious.
I've been seeing it. I follow Los Angeles Poet Society, so I've been seeing it. It's like I'll remember, and it's like as soon as I remember, I look at the clock, and then it's over. So I'm like, oh, so I made it.
Where are you joining us from? Do you have a different time zone? Where are you joining us from?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, woo woo, Portlandia.
Right. But LA's my second home. So, and I'm like really wanting to get back there. So, but yeah, I'm in Portland right now.
I'm happy you joined us. Just so you know, we have very, very awesome poets here, and we are all poet here. So we're very excited to see what you got. Go ahead.
If you don't mind, I'll do a couple. This first one, it's kind of ended up being my like introductory poem for people to me. So, and it's simply called For Mo. Dragonflies' wings beats compete with those of my heart. And just as I begin to unravel, I pause and take a minute to breathe. Then just as quickly, peace comes flooding because that is what she would want for me. I am she, Lady Rose, rising to the occasion to overcome the inner dissuasion, to be able to present myself to you so naked and shaken, willing to stumble and disappear into a puddle to communicate my love, and not giving a bleep about what anyone thinks, because she is just that special to me, and that is what she does for so many. So I will honor her This is for love. This is for hugs sent telepathically, since I can't be with you now. I hope you feel it. Draw close near it. Feel my sincerity. My heart bleeds to take this creeping thing from you that attempted to bring you to your knees. And even if it did, whether literally or metaphorically, that is the time of reckoning, questioning, blaming, reflecting, and eventually clarity. Because although we see through a glass darkly, then one day face to face with truth and acceptance comes renewed strength to fight with vigor and grace. Don't worry for the tears, let them fall, taste them, for they are reminders that you feel and that you are still here to continue fighting for this life that you were especially made for. And while we may not understand everything, what I do know for sure is that your existence was meant to meet with mine, for our vibes to collide and enmesh, walking away from a piece of ourselves that is no longer ours, leaving us with valuable lessons and beautiful scars. With wisdom comes healing to be able to tell the story that will one day be transformed into art. And to Mo, we are grateful and will cherish you because you gave us a piece of your heart for Mo. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Wow, poet. Yes. Wow.
Okay, close my eyes and listen to that.
Oh, Ann.
Love it. Love your poetry.
Loved it.
Nice, very
Wow.
nice.
That is a dedication to a fellow artist who passed in 2020. She did a lot of things, but she was mostly a visual artist, a painter, who encouraged me to start performing in the first place. So that is in tribute to her.
That is so beautiful. And I wish you could go ahead and look. We're going to let you go on, but I need to say something because while you were performing and we were kind of just inhaling every single word, and I look at the screen and I see people meditating in their own way. And it was just so beautiful, beautiful. I mean, everything, the cadence and the words, I mean, I think we needed that. I don't know if it's the speech retrograde bullshit or whatever's going on, but it's been like I'm so tired this week, right? And people are crazy. And I feel like a lot of our hearts are so heavy, and that was just perfect for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I had to close my eyes a minute and just, I felt it. I was like, you know what? Go ahead and go night-night. Like, just feel it. So yeah, that was great. Nice to meet you. Nice to have
you as well. You as well. This next one, I just wrote it, finished it a couple days ago. So I'm gonna read this next one. And the working title is called Nice to Meet Me. I have a confession to make. I've been keeping quiet, rarely seen and rarely heard, pretending that I'm not great. You see, anxiety wreaked havoc on my mind and body, chipped teeth and created space, making way for more insecurity, poking holes in my self-esteem. Internal struggles, and amplifying internal struggles, though on the outside, I make this look easy. Excuse me while I attempt to clean the boo-boos created when others projected their shit onto me. And though it may be cliche to say, beauty is only skin deep, but the impressions and scars that they left go way past that. Yet somehow I still manage to wear my heart on my sleeve, taking the risk to come out of
a bite of the
no
potato.
longer masking my vulnerability to introduce you to me. Thank you.
Yes.
Woo! Thank you so much. It really feels good to be here. I really appreciate the energy. I'm taking it all in, and I will be back.
Yes, you better. No, I'm not threatening you, but please do so. Go ahead and put your plug in the chat and then follow all of us on our Instagram. We will surely follow you. That was beautiful. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the meditation.
She was threatening you, just so you know.
Really quick, I'll put it in the chat, but I do have I have a crowdfunder for my first book. I'm trying to get it published by the end of this month, which is Black History Month. So that would be awesome. If not, it'll happen Women's History Month. So we got a lot of opportunity, but really trying to push it to get it done this month. So, and follow me at the Poet Lady Rose on IG. Thanks again.
Well, that was wonderful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got about 20 more minutes to rock. I'm gonna just I want to spit one just in honor of Miss Jessica, because this one has a funny background story. You know, LA Poet Society, I love them to death, but they don't play. So when you need to get on the mic, you go. And this happened at an outdoor market, okay? And me and Jess had to go on the mic, and it was not for children, this poem, but I had to read it because I don't know, it was the only one I had at the moment. So let's go.
Hey.
This is in honor of our featured Jess. Here we go. Because all her shit is sexy and mom not. I'm trying to step my sexy game up. Damn. Okay. To poetry, you make me hot. Very similar to the aftermath of sheets soaked in the presence of your carnal intentions. There is nothing wrong with the little bump and grind, so excuse me if this piece is showing its thong line. I should have went without any fabric between you and me and this naked pen. My intention is to announce that we have arrived to a place together, because we came when the words were just right. Because when I am through with you, the tips of your toes will follow a new religion where they will curl up to show worship. I will have your breath whisper te quiero in the way I could only let Mexican chocolate collect on my lips. Suficiente, demasiado, I swallow that kiss. Let you be the reason that I collect cotton sheets to use and destroy, be enchanted while I sing. Pensaba que te había olvidado. Pero pusieron la canción. I thought I had forgotten you, but they played that song you used to play while the moon outlined my curvy frame, and you taught your tongue to remember my treasure map. You traced your steps, and my eruption became your gold. You weren't rich, but during those nights, I swear the sweat on my skin resembled jewels. I let you cover me until your handprint was imprinted in the ripple of our love's moisture. Again and again and again, until we fell after the 12th round, both champions, a rematch to be arranged at a later date. Poetry, I'm still looking for your thermometer, but I'd like to keep this fever. Let's watch this mic catch on fire while you give me the thrust of your favorite line. Inserted here, te amo. Thank you.
God.
Yes, dang it.
Mercy.
One time for the CPN.
Before
Caliente, muy caliente.
You know I have a voice kink, right?
This was for the Jessica, because I had to do that with a straight face in front of the children, the cat. Okay.
I will never be able to walk into the farmer's market again. Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, I respect people who do the sexy thing with their pen, and one of those people is here. I don't know if she wants to share that, but I've heard some things come out of Miss Poet Khan's pen that really made me blush. Always.
But
Yeah.
I'd be glad to share one.
Yeah.
This is called Posh Plush Lush.
Boom.
Comfort, suave, smooth, silk sheets when our bodies meet. Smooth silk sheets on our bodies. When we meet, it's lavishness, clothes wreaking gain, no more pain. I am here, come here, lay here, stay here in my posh, plush, lush baby. Get in this tub. Essential oils in our bubble bath, lavender, followed by the superhead scavenger. But after, I have got coconut oil and Epsom salt bubble bath bombs. I am here. Pedicures, manicures, you trim my landscape, these panties you taste. I got us on tape. Let's watch. Baby oil, back rubs, immense belly kisses. Only one term. Chill. Take a chill pill. Me. Clean towels, incense in the air, moisturized hair, devastating stare. Get your ass in here on this shag rug. Take this wash rag. I am full of soulmate lust. Do not mean to brag, but I am going to fuck you how you have never been fucked before. Close the door, lights low, candles burning. Give me my reward, my man. That is the plan. Posh, plush, lush. Where are you going? But to sleep. What are you going to do but cry like you did the first time we made love? Give me my me, soft sheets, king size pillowcases, plush comforters, rose petals, magenta walls. I answer your call before it is uttered. What do you want? My lotus flower is landscaped, fishnet, Fenty. Tell me, what else? Dreads, matching tattoos. What do you want to do? What are you going to do but sit here and get this love? Never too much. What do you want? Food in bed with the superhead, chicken Alfredo, garlic bread, bacon, laced green beans, ice cold tea, under a warm Georgia sun. You got your shorts on. Moisturized, sun-kissed skin is your sin. I am thankful for your exes because we made it. Green grass, blue skies, sunshades, weekdays with nothing to do but me, you, we, us, posh, plush, lush, lavish, lavender musk. My pussy is your cologne, daddy. Turn that frown upside down. You are home now in my bosom. I am here. That's that piece.
That's right.
I just want to say something. This has been every bit of church tonight. And yes, you know, our desires and our pleasure is a part of our divinity. So yes, I am blessed. We are blessed. But it's been one of those nights where you know the Lord's been hearing your prayers all week. I mean, I done turned my camera off a few times from just bawling over here. Just thank you. Thank you that the poets are strong enough to say the things that is hard for the sister right next to him to say, because they can't believe they're going through what they're going through. And you know what? Hearing you guys writing poems about having to work in the pandemic, it's hell. I can just imagine. I can just imagine. I have been on the other side of it, not working. And it's been hell. It's been every bit of hell, mentally. And now that I'm trying to find a job, looking for a job is a little bit of hell. It's a lot. So I am just so grateful. I've been, I was trying to log into this thing 2 hours ago. I'm so glad it started at 8 my time. I was able to take a nap, wake back up. But thank y'all so much, Sandy. It's always so good hearing you. And I'd like to, I'll read a short one if I can. I know.
Go ahead. No, the floor is yours, Miss Khan.
Okay. Refuge. I pray for refuge from this tremendous heartache. If you end up in the clutches of injustice permanently, what am I going to do? Kind of wish you were not his dad. Kind of wish I had found out sooner, just wishing for some kind of relief, a sign. Just need the universe to work in my favor, please. This has been a DJ week. This has been a DJ week. I am sulking and somber. I just need something I do not have, something that no one can give me. What am I to do with these two pieces of a broken heart? How do I mend? The sun is not shining. When will it smile again? The songs on the radio, love after, true love, and no one else is you, and that is why. What do I do with these emotions I feel? My heart needs you. Immense grief. Decades of mourning ahead. God, please remove this anchor from my chest. I do not want this anymore. Those two pieces are from my book, My Abyss. I wrote him free. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for the poets being brave and awesome to just come out and do what we do, man. Y'all really holding me up, especially tonight. I really needed to come be a part tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Khan. Thank you. And go ahead and follow Ms. Khan. She did an amazing feat, which is finish this beautiful piece of literature during a time when everybody needed inspiration. She's been working very hard on it. Go ahead and check out her links, check out her social media. It's always a pleasure, Ms. Khan.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All righty. Okay, Miss Jessica, in all tradition, I want you to close us out. Close us out with the piece that is yours.
Okay, I think I got something. Thank you everybody tonight. It was amazing. I haven't done this in a while. I appreciate everybody's time, everybody's listening, everybody's words. I say this, I don't think people could feel or have the right to feel if they didn't have poets. They wouldn't know what to say. And I think poets give people the opportunity to see that they are not alone from sharing their words. So let me see. Trying to see what I'm gonna share. Okay. This one is, no, I don't want that one. Sorry, give me one more minute. Let me choose something. I'm gonna read something that I'm editing. It's called Disaster of My Own Fate. I fucked up. I always do. I feel the love and push the hate, and I begin to hide. Grow silent, still and quiet, paralyzing effects. It takes a toll on their heart. Soft they go. It becomes too much for them. My silence, my fears, my tears, until I'm left alone, dancing in my sheet to the thought of you dancing on me. When I'm editing, so yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Drunken hot boy. Is that why you called? You missed me, my voice, my mouth, my lips. Truth be told, I miss you too. You told me to go when I didn't want to leave. My ego too big. So I drove away knowing I loved you, that your leave meant stay. It happened so fast I couldn't breathe. You weren't mine to begin with. How could I cry for nothing? Nothing hurt my heart, nothing wasted my time. Nothing made me fall in love, nothing has me on these lines. Plucked. If I'm such a pretty flower like everyone says, and my teeth are straight, but my smile crooked, my manners well, but my mind's eluded, why must they pluck, suck, mooch, thrive, live under my skin for my misfortune? Why must they consume me? Why not let me be beautiful, pretty, and unplucked? I think that's all I have for tonight. I am a micro poet. A lot of my stuff is short. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jess. Like
Thank
Jess,
you, guys.
Jess said earlier, go ahead and go to her website. She has amazing and very unique merch on there. It's always very cool to see what she's coming up with. There's also a section for writers if they want to do blog pieces, and those are always super dope. You know, as a poet, sometimes we just stick to one kind of form, but a lot of us have experiences in different areas, and you know, we hook them up with a blog, and Jess will put it on her website. Send it to her. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say some. Yeah, let me go ahead and say that I do have some interns working hard and some people who are ready to get the blog started back up. And if you have anything you want to say, if you have something that you want to write, if you want to plug your book, send your information to millennialamor@gmail.com or hello millennialamor@gmail.com, and we'll work with you, get it together. Blogs are good just to get traffic, to redirect them to your links. So that's something that we will do, especially for small businesses, authors, creators, what have you. So yeah.
And I have a special treat for all of us. I was just kidding. We are actually gonna close this mic with some music because I love music. And we have Mr. Teso joining us. What's up, Teso? Go ahead and unmute yourself, buddy.
Okay, so I wanted to share what I call a reimagining of an Americana classic. This is a redo of American Pie. And so when you go to YouTube and you look at the analysis, it says, oh, you know, people were upset about the loss of nostalgia and the romanticism and the you know the quaint neighborhoods in Americana. So I imagined in an alternate universe, if Don McLean was actually a Chicano, what would he write? So we're gonna try this. This song is called Capirotada Chicana.
I love it.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the mariachi used to make me smile. I knew if I had my rolas, I could make the people dance, and maybe they forget for a while. But August made me scared with every riot I read that news on the hood. I wasn't in the mood. I can't remember if I cried when they blew a canister through his eye. Something touched. Give me a second. Something touched me deep inside. The day Ruben Salazar died. So adios, adios, Capirotada Chicana. Drove my Rampla to the LA River, but the river was dry. Them good old vatos were smoking grifa and dust, cantando, this'll be the day we rise up. This'll be the day we rise up. Did you graffiti the book of life? And do you have faith in Aslan? One of you above. If the placas tell you so, now do you believe that the oldies can save your ruca soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow with the elbows? Well, I know that you're in love with that fool, 'cause I saw you dancing in the hood. You kicked off your gafas, man. I dig those cumbias and blues. I was a dorky chavalo and horny as fuck with a cohete in a Rampla truck. But I knew that I was out of luck the day that Chota spied. So adios, adios, Capirotada Chicana. Drove my Rampla to the LA River, but the river was dry. Them good old vatos were smoking grifa and dust, cantando, this'll be the day we rise up. This'll be the day we rise up. I met a ruca who sang the cumbias, and I asked her for some sweet ass, but she just smiled and flipped me a while. I went down to the carniceria where I'd heard the rancheras years before, but the viejos there only hip hop played. And In the streets, the children learn, the lovers replenish, and the poets publish. Riot of roses, but not a word was spoken. The government was all broken, and the migra men I abhorred. Most the chota in the west, and the banker goes. They caught the last train to the East Coast the day the people rose up. And they were cantando adiós, adiós, capirotada chicana. Drove my Rambla to the LA River, but the river was dry. Them good old vatos were smoking grifa and us cantando. This'll be the day we rise up.
Yes. Oh my God.
My goodness. Ted.
Mr. Teso.
It's a little rough. It needs a little work, but I just finished
I
it.
fucking love it. So, a little background on that. Teso, I'm voting him for a professor of a Chicano studies class that I will take over and over and over again.
Tell it.
His stuff is so powerful, and there is so much context I can't even begin to describe. For the movement, especially to them good old vatos, I appreciate everybody who came before us. I appreciate what we're doing currently, and I appreciate the little woke ass babies we're gonna raise after us. And if that's so, if you can play for the goddamn revolution for the next 30, 40, 50 years, brother, we're gonna be here. Thank you for being so transparent, and thank you for your honesty, your bravery, and your palabra. And everybody here, thank you so much. Give it up for Tonalli Thursday. We're back. Woo!
Came back swinging.
Yes.
I cannot wait to see all of you in person again and grace the stages again. And let's keep keeping our truths on these mics no matter what happens. I love you so much, and hopefully you tune in next month. It's a monthly thing with Tonalli Thursday. And blessings, and stay safe and stay smart and stay ahead of all this crap that's going on. So much love, and let's get February started off in the right foot. And give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, all the poets who spit.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sandy, for being so fucking cool.
Come on. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank everybody.
Keep
Bye.
spitting, keep writing, keep taking up space.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Love y'all.